with us from Joe IA Stadium in Ruston, Louisiana. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So UL Monroe's offense to go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's take just a second here on the Warhawks. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional. Makes the grab in their space. Made a defender miss. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Warhawks! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bulldogs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's inside the 40. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Looking for space. It's Brooks. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got him back to the line of scrimmage this time. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. The run inside. It's Walker. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Might have a chance. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Off play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Across the 45. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Warhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Warhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. He's got it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ready, go! Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UL Monroe!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside, it's Brooks. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This time he wants to throw. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Minnesota taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Gophers with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the American Conference. Now back over to your game in Ruston. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. To the air on first down. He's got it. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Stumbled to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. He'll get rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Warhawks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brooks. Inside the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Takes the handoff. It's Brooks. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Motion from the back. Sticks it in his belly. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Warhawks are marching down the field. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's got him. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes a catch. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Warhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're...
Makes the catch and he's free. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
The Warhawks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by 7.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UL Monroe. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to the back. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. Slings it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the single back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and